I think this is a very rare opportunity to gather people from both the humanistic areas, political science and human rights, and people who have a very deep technological knowledge on the frontiers of doing research and have them talk to each other.
Oh, it's okay, right. Participants from the workshop. Who's from the workshop? So, and then we have the general public. You, thank you.
I think spaces like this are hugely important because everyone is trying to build this plane whilst flying it at the same time because of the speed of the technology's advancement, because of how quickly new forms of technology are emerging. We can't just say, let's press pause so that we're all on the same page.
It's a really interdisciplinary group that includes both computer scientists and those connected to power and those in office in the government. And that's an uncommon group to get together, and there's a lot of really fertile opportunities.
The worry is that we are entering a new phase of kind of a general doubt, where people will have radical uncertainty about the facts. Since we are entering in many countries election processes, I fear that in the next stages, we will really have a problem of voters knowing whom to trust.
One specific session that drew my attention was AI and education, especially ChatGPT and a few other technologies profoundly going to change the way students are going to learn in the future. And as educators, we need to keep up with that and let's just start thinking about how we can continue a learning experience for the students and at the same time protect our teacher community.
I was hoping that I'd be able to bring specific examples and case studies and current capabilities related to AI models to make sure that the discussion was grounded in fact, especially regarding the capabilities of open source models compared to closed source.
I've been thinking about the notion of humanism in a lot of my research work, and I've started recently getting into the world of digital governance, how the world conceives of humans depending on your geolocation, and what that means for not just South Africa, but the continent as a whole, what role we play in digital governance going forward. AI is a form of technology that allows you to leapfrog in a manner that a lot of global South subaltern communities just wouldn't have had before, or missed the boat the last time around. And this becomes that opportunity to almost rewrite the rules of what a human means in the digital age.
The true threat AI poses to democracy is the radical loss of a common world.
The statement showed that there is a need for large public discussion, which is why I like the idea of public assemblies, where civil society has its say. The statement stressed also the importance to think about the power being in the hands of the few enormous corporations, and also it stressed the importance to think about the surveillance by non-democratic states.
We all have the same problems, basically. The way that elections are manipulated, the way that data is used in all sorts of noxious ways is common to the global north and the global south.
There was 3 presentations that I'm 100% going to incorporate into my lectures back at home. Watching Tatiana today talking about the EU strategy and seeing components that they're really targeting, and I was comparing that to the strategies back at home and realizing, we're missing components. I definitely want to embark on the idea of monitoring AI governance within the country, almost from an index perspective. I know there's colleagues back at home doing that, and I want to join that space. There's tons of research groups across the global south that are working on these issues, and because of their history, are thinking about the challenges from a very different lens. And I think it's just an interesting lens to bring into the conversation.